All right, what up? What up? What's popping? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham in the building. What's going on, Miles?
Chilling, bro. Just doing my thing, making it happen, taking it one breath at a time. You feel me?
That's what's up. That's what's up, man.
What
So
was going on with you though?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do his live stream real quick because I wanted to talk about. I think it's important for guys to talk for us to talk about when we talk about success and all of that. And I titled it "You Have to Be Hungry, Man. You got to be hungry." Shout out to April MC in the building. Shout out to Steve Dedeen in the building in the chat. Shout out to you guys. And we want to do more stuff on this channel so that we can talk about other aspects and other sides of the game. What up, Francis? What's going on? And so today I want to talk about why you got to be hungry, and we'll talk about some personal stuff on our end as to why we were able to get where we are at. You understand what I'm saying? While we're able to do the things we do, how we were able to succeed and make stuff happen. And a lot of it has to do with being hungry. You understand what I'm saying? Really going out there making it happen. What up, Antoine Jackson? What's going on with your fam? You know what I'm saying? But I want to say this, man, is that if you're thinking about success, what up, John? If you're thinking about success and you actually want to succeed, you really have to be hungry. What does that mean, being hungry? That means that you need to really fucking want it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You need to be thirsty for success. What up, Fierce Soul? You need to actually really be out there going heavy, going hard, and just hitting the pavement. You understand what I'm saying? And you gotta really be passionate about it, because if you're not, it's easy to just fall by the wayside. It's easy to quit. What up, Harmony 9? G Dog was popping. It's easy to just be like, fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, for example, me and Miles have been doing this business because me and Miles is business partners, right? And before we was even doing this, we was doing music. So, I know a lot of you already know that I rap. Miles used to do the beats. You feel what I'm saying? And we came out with fucking mixtapes, and we used to do a lot of different shows and all this other stuff. And I actually got signed or almost got signed 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we almost got signed 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? So, and it didn't work out because there was a bunch of fuck shit that was going on with the with the industry, on with the people we were working with, and I was just like, nah, I'm not really trying to fuck with these people like that. And it was just a lot of lip service, a lot of people, talking a lot of fly shit, but not really trying to make nothing happen. You understand what I'm saying? There was one label that wanted to sign us, but they didn't have no money. It was ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? But but we was grinding heavy, and then I just was like, fucking, I'm gonna put out my own stuff. I put out my own mixtapes, put out my own stuff, and I was just doing it in that way. Now, at a certain point, I lost the passion to actually do it professionally, but I just still kept doing it on my own and just having fun with it, and I kept going, and I got like hundreds of thousands of downloads on my music and everything like that. We did a lot of music videos and all that other good stuff. And I learned a lot about hustling and actually being hungry and making shit happen, because what I used to do was at one point I didn't even have a job. And this is when me and Miles was living together in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, right?
Right.
I used to take, and this was back in the day when people listened to CDs. I used to burn a bunch of CDs. I used to have like 50 to 100 CDs in my backpack. I'd go to Times Square and I'd stand in Times Square and sell them motherfuckers for 10 hours. You understand what I'm saying? Just going up to people, hollering at them. And this is where I developed a lot of game, even talking to women, because a lot of women, I was able to sell mixtapes and CDs based off the strength of me being able to approach the girls, holler at them, make the girls feel good and all that other goofy shit. And then they was just buying them shits like hotcakes. You understand what I'm saying? They probably never even listened to a damn song, but you understand? I used to freestyle to them and be like, yo, I'm gonna do a freestyle for you. I'm gonna put your name in my freestyle. And they would get all like hype and shit. And then I freestyle for them. They give me some money, and then I give them the CD, and then that was it. But I was actually paying rent off of that hustle. You understand what I'm saying? So because I was hungry to do that, I really was out there grinding. You understand what I'm saying? And I was making it happen. And see, the thing is this: when you're hungry, it doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to get success in a particular situation, but it's the mindset that you have, and it's that energy and that passion that you have and that drive that's within you that's going to cause you to be successful, period. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're going to be a successful person, you know, with whatever endeavor you're doing, because you have that success, you have that energy in you to be a success. You see what I'm saying? But Miles, what's your thoughts on all that, man?
Oh, well, yeah, I think the point you made up just now about like success, basically success may not always come in the package that you thought it was going to come in.
Right.
You understand? But that's the beauty of hunger, right? Hunger will have you like do things, you know, like you may not always have you might have a plan in your mind of how things should go, but it's not necessarily how it always goes. But you being hungry, you having the desire, you having the drive, it will put you in a certain position of success, you know, some type of success, right? Where you'll meet a new person that will get you on another path to meet another person, you understand, who will get you in the room with the right, you know, producer or promoter or whatever it is to
Right.
get you to where you have to go. Because what it is, a lot of times, you know, we have a certain, you know, sequence of events in our mind that, you know, how things are supposed to happen, and it is not always like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because, for example, we, like you just said, we used to do music, right? But right now we're doing YouTubes and talking about game and talking about getting women and talking about life and talking about motivation and talking about things like that. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because it was funny how that was always a part of our message, even in our music.
Right, exactly.
You understand? But now it's like, at the time when we started doing music, YouTube wasn't the type of place where you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And until it became that type of place. And then, you know, the music thing kind of died down. And then we started looking into, you know, bringing across our message in a different way. And now we're doing this. You see what I'm saying? So, but what always stayed the same was our drive to, you know, disseminate our message. You understand? Our drive to, you know, want to help others and put others in position to be successful at whatever it is they're doing. You understand? Like a lot of people may not know that, you know, the name of our company is iTax Media. Right. And the word iTax is an acronym that stands for I think all kinds of kids succeed. I mean, it sounds weird, and it was something that we came up with when we were kids.
We were like 15, 16, some shit like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We were in fucking middle school and you know, fucking freshmen in high school coming up with the idea. But the bottom line of our whole like MO was giving others inspiration to succeed. You understand? And putting people in place. Like when we had our show off show, like any platform we ever had, we always put people on. You understand? Even now, we collaborate with a lot of other YouTubers. Like, you know, shout out to people like, you know, Myron Gaines and Fresh Prince CEO. Like those guys kind of, you know, they were doing their own thing, but they came to us and was like, yo, can we collaborate with y'all and piggyback off of the situation and, you know, spit game with y'all and all of that. And, you know, it's like, we're always ready to give people a push. You understand what I'm saying? Always ready to inspire others to do them. You understand? Like, you know, and that's always been in our DNA. Like that's always been a part of our drive, which leads us to where we are today. And I never saw any of this. Mm-hmm. You understand? Trust me, I never saw any of this. When we were out there making beats on Fruity Loops and writing raps and running around performing in, late night bars with 5 people, you know what I'm saying? And doing all the crazy shit we was doing. I never really saw, I didn't think we was going to be, you know, on YouTube talking all this mess. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't making documentaries and shit.
Exactly right. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't see none of this. You understand? But I wouldn't change the process for anything, because that's what got us to where we are now. You understand? And at the time when we was doing music, like I still had a job. I was still, you know, struggling and doing this, and you were struggling, and we was, you know, living in a 4-bedroom apartment, sharing one bathroom and all of this crazy shit. Right. You know, we was auditioning for music reality shows and
TV shows and everything. Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Like we was borrowing. Remember, we borrowed your own car and drove to Philly to do a show, and like crazy shit. Like we was running all around, just trying to make it. But what stayed consistent was our drive and our hunger to, put ourselves in position to, like I said, disseminate our message. You understand? Because we felt inspired by our own drive, and we wanted to inspire others. And that's the basic idea of everything that that we've always wanted to do. And now we do it. Now we have a membership, and guys like subscribe to the shit, and guys call in, and we got moderators and people who really support us, and it feels good. And the reason why we're here is because we never stopped, because we always had that. Understand what I'm saying? And it really makes a difference.
Right. Now that's facts. And the thing is that, like, even with this, the whole thing of like the coaching and the Mr. Locario stuff, right? That came from us being hungry and really grinding it out. Like, y'all don't understand. We've been doing this shit since like 2007. It's 2021 right now. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
So that's years. You feel what I'm saying? That's years. Yep. And the thing is that, we've had sleepless nights, putting projects together. You understand what I'm saying? Doing videos, making coaching, all these different things. But the thing is that we was hungry enough to keep it going and make it happen, and having that drive. And there's times where we don't feel like doing certain things. Like there's times now where I don't feel like doing no goddamn. Like I woke up this morning and I stayed in the bed for like an hour and a half. You understand what I'm saying? Knowing I got to get my ass up and do some work.
Right. And
I stayed in the bed an hour and a half, and I was like, fuck. But I was like, let me get up and just get to what I got to do. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to push yourself sometimes like that, because what happens is that even though you're hungry, what's going to happen is that there's going to be times where you're going to just be like, man, I'm tired. You understand? I don't feel like doing this. But you got to keep pushing yourself, because if you want the actual success, if you want the outcome, you have to do it, even if you don't want to. Like in my book, How to Get Shit Done, I talk about that. I have a whole chapter on, you still have to do things even when you don't feel like it. And the thing is that you still got to do something. You got to push yourself to make a certain thing happen, because if you stop, what's going to happen is that that's going to encourage you to, get more lazy, get more complacent, get more to procrastinate more. And then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, damn, a whole year passed by and I ain't do shit. You understand? A whole year and a half passed and I haven't really worked on that project I was trying to work on. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to stay focused. Now, it's not easy, but you actually have to really, make this happen. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what I want to do real quick, I want to play this clip from Les Brown. Les Brown is a fucking awesome motivational speaker. You feel what I'm saying? And this clip right here is called Why It Pays to Be Hungry. And this is an old clip. This is a classic clip. Some of y'all probably seen it before. Some of y'all haven't. But I'm gonna play this clip straight through. I'm gonna just play straight through. It's about 6 minutes, right? And then after you play it, we're gonna go in and talk about what he's talking about here. All right. So check this out. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
That is mentally retarded.
Y'all can hear that, right?
I get it, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Back from the 5th grade into the 4th grade and stayed in that category until I got out of high school. I don't have any college training, but I met a high school teacher who one day changed my life. I was waiting on another student, and when he came in, he said to me, young man, go to the board and write what I'm about to tell you. And I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, I'm not one of your students. He said, it doesn't matter. Follow my directions now. I said, I can't do that, sir. He said, why not? I said, because I'm educable mentally retarded. And he came from behind his desk and he looked at me. He said, don't ever say that again. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. And as he talked, my heart began to beat fast. Tears began to run down my eyes, and I was in the back just listening to him, because the speech he was giving, that speech was for me. And he said, Les Brown, he said, if you want to do anything worthwhile in life, you've got to be hungry. I told Mr. Washington I wanted to become a disc jockey. And so I started working to develop myself. He said, I want you to practice every day being a disc jockey. I said, but I don't have any job now. He said, it doesn't matter. He said that it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. And as I was working to develop myself, I applied for a job as a disc jockey, WMBM on Miami Beach. I went to a guy named Milton Butterball. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? I'd like to get a job as a disc jockey. He looked at me, he said, you have any broadcast background? I said, no, sir, I don't. You have any journalism background? I said, no, sir, I don't. He said, we don't have any jobs available. I said, yes, sir. I went back to Mr. Washington and I told him, he said, don't take it personally. He said, most people are so negative, they will have to say no 7 times before they say yes. He said, go back again. So I went back again. I said, how you doing, Mr. Butterball? My name is Les Brown. He said, I know what your name is. What do you want? I said, I'd like to know whether or not you have any jobs at disc jockey, sir. He said, didn't I just tell you yesterday we didn't have any jobs? I said, yes, sir, but I don't know whether or not somebody got laid off or somebody was fired, sir. He said, no one was laid off or fired. Now get on out of here. I came back the next day like I was seeing you for the first time. I said, hello, Mr. Butterball, how are you? He looked at me with rage. He said, go get me some coffee. I said, yes, sir. And I went to get him some coffee. After a while, I would get their lunch and dinner, and I would go in the control rooms and take the disc jockeys their food, and I would not leave until they would ask me to leave. One Saturday afternoon, while I was at the radio station, a guy named Rock was drinking while he was on the air. I was the only one there, looking at him through the control room windows, walking back and forth, young, ready, and hungry. Pretty soon the phone rang and it was the general manager. And I answered the phone. I said, hello? He said, Les, this is Mr. Klein. I said, I know. He said, Rock can't finish his program. I said, I know. He said, would you call one of the other DJs in? I said, yes, sir. I hung the phone up. I said, now he must think I'm crazy. I called my mom and my girlfriend, Cassandra. I said, y'all turn up the radio and come out on the front porch. I'm about to come on the air. I waited for about 20 minutes, and I called him back. I said, Mr. Klein, I can't find nobody. He said, young boy, do you know how to work the controls? I said, yes, sir. He said, go in there and don't say nothing here. I said, yes, sir. I couldn't wait to get behind those controls. I put on an old Stevie Wonder record called Fingertips. I sat down behind that turntable. I said, look out, this is me, LB Triple P. Les Brown, your platter playing papa. There were none before me, and there will be none after me. Therefore, that makes me the one and only. Young and single and love to mingle, certified, bona fide, indubitably qualified to bring you satisfaction, a whole lot of action. Look out, baby, I'm your love man. I was hungry. I was hungry. You got to be hungry. Begin to know that you have greatness within you. And if just one of you here begin to envision yourselves as being blessed and highly favored to reach your goals, if just one of you capture the essence of what that means, that you have greatness within you and a responsibility to manifest that greatness, that you can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can touch millions of people's lives, and the world will never be the same again because you came this way. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen, coming to speak to people. And I was facing financial difficulties in my own life. I was behind on my bills and my dreams, and I'm saying to them, you can live your dream. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it. There were times that I doubted myself. I used to ask myself, can I do this? And something said within me, you're the one. Don't give up on your dream. By continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream, that one day I would have my own talk show. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberty City, an abandoned building on a floor, never knowing my mother or father. It's a long shot. Being here with you today in this dome in Atlanta, it's a long shot. No college training, labeled educable, mentally retarded, but I kept running toward my dream. Don't stop. Don't stop running toward your dream.
Mute my shit. That's some real ass shit right there. That's some real ass shit right there, man. I'm like, cause see, what I liked about what he was talking about in there, you know, the part where he said, "Yo, I kept going back to the station."
Right.
I kept going back until it was like, "Yo, what's good?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Because see, what happens is this, and I remember, I think it was it Will Smith who said that, or somebody else that said, like, if you're trying to do something, the universe is going to get out your way and make it happen because you're going towards that direction heavy. That energy is there where it's like, yo, we got to just let this motherfucker rock. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, you could apply this to anything in your life. You could apply this to success with anything, because notice, you know, he's talking about being hungry, actually putting himself out there and doing it. A lot of these guys, even when we talk about dating, right? You notice how dudes is always giving up. Oh, I talked to one girl and she rejected me, so I'm not going to talk to any more girls ever. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you got to be hungry, man. You got to talk to the next one and the next one and the next one. You understand what I'm saying? If you guys out there trying to build a business, you trying to make some money, whatever it is, you have to keep going and push yourself to that next level. You understand what I'm saying? And another thing he said in there where he was talking about, you know, it's better to be prepared and have no opportunity than to have opportunity and not be prepared.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's the problem with a lot of people out here, is that they're never prepared for when the opportunity presents itself. Right. So the opportunity presents itself and you're like, damn, I could have jumped on that, but I wasn't prepared at the time to jump on that opportunity. Right. You see what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared for that type of thing too. And the thing is this, you have to really figure out what makes you passionate. Because the thing is, when dudes is always talking about, you know, we always talk about being on your purpose, right? That's what that's about. Is like, what is your purpose? What makes you want to wake up in the morning and do certain things? What is the things that make you say, damn, I want to make this shit happen? You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, you know, so you guys got to understand that aspect of the game. You feel what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm telling you. And the thing is that if you're actually hungry and you're really trying to make something happen, you're going to get what you want, or you're going to at least get the equivalent of what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing you got to understand about reality. Because a lot of people say, man, but, you know, I wanted to do this, but, you know, it didn't work out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the problem is that you're focused on that specific thing, but you're not focused on success as a whole entire situation. You understand what I'm saying? Because you might not necessarily get to the specific situation in certain instances, but you'll be able to be surrounded or in the vicinity of the type of thing you want. It's almost like, I think Beanie Siegel said it in one of his rhymes. He said, you know, shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you amongst those stars. You understand what I'm saying? You're still in the situation. So the thing is that, you know, when I was younger, I was like, man, I'm gonna be this rapper. You understand what I'm saying? But what was one of the main reasons why I wanted to be a rapper? I wanted to get my message across. I had something to say. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to, you know, be in front of an audience and teaching people and letting people know what it is. And I'm doing exactly that, just in a different way. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. And I was hungry. That same passion that I had for the music is in the same thing I'm doing right now. You see what I'm saying? Right. But so they gotta be in you.
And that's another aspect of preparation and being prepared.
Right.
Right. Because again, it may not be exactly it may not come to you exactly how you thought it would come. You understand? But you still have the imagination to, you know, take advantage of the direction and the opportunity that life has given you. Because, for example, like even in the story with Les Brown, he got hired to be like the gopher, you know, like to get coffee and to, you know, get people from the airport and, you know, just to run around and do shit for the station. But he never got the chance to actually be a DJ. But then the day came when the DJ was in there drinking and, you know, messing up or whatever. And his boss even told him, yo, call another DJ. You understand? And the thing is, he didn't necessarily have to see that as an opportunity. He could have went and called another DJ to come in. He'd be like, oh, well, I don't know. but he was already ready. Like he kept it in the back of his mind. He had a rap. He knew what he would say if he ever got on air. Like he was always prepared. So that day, instead of calling another DJ, he called the supervisor back and said, "Yo, I can't find nobody." You understand? And he went in the spot and took over the show. And this is Les B Triple P, blah blah blah. Young and single, ready to mingle. All of this, he had that shit in his mind. You understand?
Right, exactly.
And that's not. I mean, nobody thinks that that's the way you're gonna get it, because you think, oh well, I'm gonna go to the boss and he's gonna hire me as a DJ,
right,
and then put me in the booth to actually do a show. But no, this was the opportunity for him, and he kept it in his mind that whatever way it comes, I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, we could have been stuck on the whole music thing and be like, oh, well, if we can't make it doing music, then it doesn't matter about the message. If we can't do it to music, then forget it.
Right.
But we still wanted to put out a message. We still wanted to. We realized that our basic message was the most important thing, and not the medium or the avenue that we took to get there.
Right.
But the most important thing was the message that we had to give other people. You see what I'm saying? And that allowed us to do what we're doing now. Because look, at this point, we're getting paid to do what we do, right? But for the longest time, we were actually paying other people to help us put our message out.
Right, exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we were even with the music, like we were the ones, paying for studio time and doing all the stuff to make the CDs, and we bought the machines to copy the CDs, and we bought the blank CDs and everything. And even when we first started, we was, paying for Blog Talk Radio. You understand? Right. And then after that, when we was doing the Sexy Party Show, we was paying for studio time to actually do a talk show called the Sexy Party Show. You understand? Everything we did, we actually were always in the red. You understand? But we always believed in our message so much. We believed in ourselves so much that we always stayed prepared for the opportunity to come for us to actually begin to be compensated, for our message and for our efforts and for who we were as men and as people. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't worry about like the avenue. We just wanted a platform. Even when we were paying for it ourselves, we just needed the platform. Right. You understand? And now we have a platform. You understand? And now we're actually being compensated. And it's a beautiful thing. And it would have never happened if we were not flexible, if we were not creative, if we didn't see opportunities for what they were and decided to capitalize on them and keep. And again, a part of being prepared is keeping a positive mindset. You understand? Because the average person will be like, well, that's not exactly how I thought it would go, so I'm not going to take the opportunity. Right. The person with a positive mindset is thinking, well, shoot, this ain't exactly what I thought it would be, but close enough. So let's go. Let's do it.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. You understand? Because a lot of times when you have a negative mindset and when you feel, you compartmentalize everything and everything has to be perfect or everything has to be a certain way. It's like the opportunity could be staring you right in your face. But because, like I said, you have a scarcity mindset or a negative mindset, you can't see it. You understand? So you'll turn it down and you'll be like, oh, forget it. That's not for me. Let me just leave it alone. You understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, it's like another person would have been like, forget that. I'm gonna take this opportunity. You understand? Like Les Brown, he was in the studio and the DJ started fucking up and he was like, this is my opportunity. I'm going to take this opportunity now. And that's what got him to where he is, to the point where he's a world renowned, speaker. He got talk shows. I mean, this dude is a millionaire just off of spitting his message. You see what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing.
Right. Nah, that's facts. That's facts. So guys, we didn't want to be on here too long, but we just wanted to, bring out some of this game on the other side of the tracks. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It'd be dope. I think we should do something where we have like let's say if we do like a episode or something where we talk about like business and how specifically like we sort of like like some principles that we took to get where we are, and we can have Steve the Dean on there, probably Bulldog Mindset, just other people who are successful. You understand what I'm saying? And sort of break down, because shout out to Bulldog Mindset. Bulldog Mindset has he does videos where he talks about like how much money he made every month and break down how he did it. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that'll be dope to, like, you know what I'm saying? See G-Dog saying, yes, please do that. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? So just to take out sort of like behind the scenes as to, you know, how we put stuff together, how we market shit, how we, you know what I'm saying? Just to give guys an idea, because there's probably a lot of guys that have an entrepreneurial mindset and want to, you know, take it to that next level. So it's like, let's talk about what we did that worked. You know what I'm saying? And put that down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
I think that would be dope. I think that would be dope, man.
And it's easy. It's easy, you know, because it's all drug money. You know what I mean?
He says drug money. I wish shit. You know what I'm saying?
All you need to do is holler at Poppy.
Right.
And
like, yo, get
a first key. You feel me? Half a brick. You feel me? You go from half a brick to a whole brick.
Yo, you remember that dude we had on because we had a show called Show Off back in the day, right? And we would have artists come on and perform. So it was like a cable access joint. And we had I forgot the dude's name, but remember he had a whole song, and it was like a breakdown of how to cook crack. It was crazy. And it was like step by step how to cook crack. And it was like a straight tutorial rap. I was like, yo, this shit was ridiculous. I was like, it was fucking crazy. I got to see if I can find that shit, man. That shit is ridiculous, bro, man. But yo, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And yeah, we'll do these, you know, periodically on this channel, you know what I'm saying, talking about business, success, you know, entrepreneurship, you know, happiness, all the different aspects of the game. And make sure you guys go to the patreon.com/The Confidence Show. Is scrolling at the bottom of the joint, and the link is below. Make sure you hit the link to join the patreon.com/The Confidence Show. That's where we do all the other shows about success, happiness, not dating, success, happiness, business, spirituality, all those different things. But Miles, you want to say something?
No, I was gonna say that, you know, we could definitely get we got, because, you know, we got credit experts and we got life insurance experts. You know, get them on here. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's what I think. I think that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, people really like in it, doing all the, you know what I'm saying, doing all those things that I think that you know, a lot of people get value from, you know, of all these other aspects of you know, the game, basically. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So for all you guys that's like, you know, y'all all want to get the money up. So let's talk about this money. You feel what I'm saying? So we'll do some shows about that and making that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. But shit, man. So guys, appreciate y'all tuning in, and I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We out.